What's up, guys? D-Rock1992 here. For this next video and for my next movie review, I am going to be starting up on a movie debut by another director that I'm going to be doing, that I'm going to be watching all the movies for. You may recall that I have watched all the movies for Quentin Tarantino's career, all 8 of them. I have all 8 of the reviews up and ready to go on YouTube on my channel if you want to check those out and all that. They're definitely up there. So the next director that I'm going to talk about is Michael Bay. Michael Bay's had a long career in Hollywood. As a director, he's directed like now 12, 13 films, I believe, in his career. He's directed a lot of big blockbusters. There's been a lot of controversy around his name and all that as a director. But I'll talk about him more as we go into the movies and all that. But for now, I'm going to talk about his debut film. Came out in 1995, and it was the original Bad Boys. Bad Boys, a pretty popular movie, pretty popular buddy cop film. Stars Martin Lawrence and Will Smith as 2 detectives who have to retrieve a stolen stash of $100 million of heroin that the bad guys steal from them, from the police station, because these detectives got the big drug bust of $100 million of heroin, and suddenly it goes right under their noses. So there's a lot of suspicion and all that sort of thing, so the detectives have to try to retrieve that heroin, plus protect a witness to a deadly murder. So there you go, 2 things there, plus they have to navigate through their relationship, as buddy cops, Their relationship is sort of volatile in a way, and it definitely is portrayed through the film, for sure. So that's pretty much what the film is about, in general. Now, the characters, I'll tell you right now, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are definitely the standouts in this film, and they have to be, because this movie is both of them. They're the co-stars. They are the guys that make this movie go, and they do a wonderful job. They have great chemistry. You've heard me talk about it before, how I think chemistry is very important in a film. Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow in the MCU, I think they have great chemistry together. One I haven't mentioned, I haven't reviewed the films, Danny Glover and Mel Gibson in the Lethal Weapon movies. I may have mentioned that, actually, but those two have great chemistry. And it's the same thing with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. The key to a successful buddy cop movie, you gotta have chemistry between the players. And you have, like I said, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover for the Lethal Weapon series. Rush Hour, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. Great chemistry between those two. And it is really the same thing here. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence have great chemistry. Now the secondary people in the film. Téa Leoni plays the main female in the film, and she's okay. She's nothing special as a character. Her character's nothing extremely special as a character. She's there most of the time and all that. She does the job, though. I'd say serviceable at best, for sure. The bad guy's pretty solid, played by a guy named Checky Cario, who's been in quite a bit of film, or he's been in a few films. Well, first off, Téa Leoni's been in many different films. A couple I can think of off the top of my head: Fun with Dick and Jane, the movie with her and Jim Carrey, and Tower Heist with Ben Stiller. And then Checky Cario, he's been in a few films. He actually was in a James Bond film. He was in GoldenEye, and he was in The Patriot, one of my favorite movies of all time. So this guy's been in two of my favorite movies of all time, GoldenEye and The Patriot. He does a good job in this movie as the villain, so he does a nice job there. So some serviceable, solid characters, but I do like one that does stand out to me in terms of a supporting character is Joe Pantoliano. He plays the captain of the two detectives played by Lawrence and Smith, and he does a good job. He does a nice job as the irritable captain of that squad, of those two and all that. But yeah, those are the three that really stand out to me. Beyond Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, but let's be real here. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are the stars of this movie. They carry this movie, and they both make it work. Plus, you have great action in this film. Michael Bay knows how to direct an action movie. In my honest opinion, he knows how to make an action movie. And the end of this movie, towards the end of this movie, there is a great action scene in a warehouse. Great action. I mean, it really is good. So definitely a standout, a standout type scene in the film. There's some other standouts as well, but that one's the biggest one. So I definitely like this movie a lot. Very close to loving it. I don't know if I totally love the movie, but I really enjoyed it. So Bad Boys for me gets a 5 out of 5 stars. It's good. It's absolutely good. And like I said, the chemistry between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith works. The action, those two combine to bring a kick-ass buddy cop film, and it really is a good film and a good debut film for Michael Bay. And the movie made money, too. One of the big things about Michael Bay's movies, no matter if you like them or you hate them, dude can make money. Bad Boys was on a budget, small budget of $19 million. Box office, it made $141.4. So that, it was a big box office success with that small of a budget for Hollywood, and the money it made, it was big. And Bad Boys, definitely a big success. Good movie. I absolutely recommend it. Now a little something before I go here. I am going to kind of do these a little out of order with Michael Bay, actually with this one in particular, because the next review is going to be the sequel to Bad Boys, Bad Boys 2. So that'll be my next movie review. So without further ado, that is it for this video on Bad Boys, this movie review on Bad Boys. D-Rock 1992